WWE reportedly want The Rock back for Survivor Series. Survivor Series 2021 will be the 25th anniversary of The Rock's debut. In 1996, he debuted as Rocky Maivia. We all remember the big "Die Rocky Die" chants back then, and he eventually
Yeah.
got over and became one of the biggest stars in wrestling history. Reports over a potential return to the ring for the Great One in particular, for a huge bout with Roman Reigns, have circulated for a while, but it appears that we could see a comeback from the Brahma Bull pretty soon. WrestlingNews.co are reporting that WWE are holding out hope that The Rock would actually want to wrestle this year at Survivor Series. Trevor, what do you think about this report? I thought this was interesting because we hear rumors that The Rock might return a lot, but I
Right.
think we know that Roman Reigns is catching a lot of fire. This was a big feud that The Rock has even said, like, he would like to come back one day. He said this a few years ago. They would like to come back one day to potentially face Roman Reigns at some point. We know that he's wanted to do another match. You would think that the 25th anniversary of his debut might be the place to do it. What do you think about this report, and who should face it? Should it be Roman Reigns?
So, like you said, I remember hearing rumors about him coming back maybe like 4 or 5 years ago at this point. I feel like there's a new rumor about some older like legend, wrestling legend, like every year, and I feel like it happens multiple times a year too. But like I've heard rumors about it as well. Um, Honestly, at this point, like having him come back because he has mentioned in the past. He's mentioned on I don't know if you follow him on Instagram. He's mentioned on Instagram and his Twitter several different interviews that he would love to come back, at least for one match. Now he's also doing the autobiography sitcom of his life, which was actually pretty good. And more people who didn't know about Rock are getting more in depth into his life, and I think right now would be a great time to have him in WWE. I mean, you want your fans boost up, you want your viewers boost up, you want your ratings and all that good stuff. I think this would do it. Now, who should he face? Roman to me is a front runner right now. Roman is definitely a front runner. Um, I mean, could you see one? Could you see him fighting Bobby Lashley?
No, no, yeah,
No,
no.
I don't think
Lashley's
that would
more
be good.
tailor made. That's more
Yeah,
a tailor made thing
and
for
Brock Lesnar.
Lesnar. That's a Lesnar
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. I don't think that's a good one. No. So honestly, I think Roman is the front runner. Honestly, I think
I think
that's
so
the
too. And
best person.
there's a few things that kind of hint towards that. One, Roman's on SmackDown, which is, as we all know,
Mm,
the Rock show, right?
Rock show.
The other thing that I think factors into it way more is the connection that Roman Reigns has with the Rock. And look, fantasy booking, you could easily do an angle where the Rock's 25th anniversary special is at Survivor Series, and everyone comes out. Roman Reigns comes out, congratulates him, holds his hand high, and then turns his back on him and
Right,
beats the living hell out of the Rock, and you could have that lead to a long-term match into WrestleMania in Dallas.
right,
Um,
right.
by the way, completely off the cuff there. like that was just me shooting the breeze. And
You sure you're not a booker?
but Booker, I don't even. Anyway, moving on. But in all seriousness, I do think that this feud with Roman Reigns is the best thing for The Rock. It's the best thing for Roman Reigns, and it would be a great thing for wrestling because you would get to see Roman Reigns kind of elevated on a even bigger stage, along with John
Absolutely.
Cena, along with The Rock, along with these big guys, and then that would be a big moment. And as far as anyone else, there really is no one else The Rock could face. If we're being
No.
honest, if we're being very honest, there's no one else. The familial connection is there for the Roman Reigns. It would heighten his claim as the head of the table, the tribal chief. It would heighten his claim even more. And you could do a little bit of a family dynamic too. Oh my God, Trevor, I should be writing for WWE. But like in all
Exactly.
seriousness, like these are very easy things to draw from, and you could have a match like for them who to see who is the real head of the table for that
Yeah.
family, and these are easy things you could do. And as far as will it happen, we know that The Rock is by far the one of the busiest people in the world, right?
Yeah.
The dude apparently barely, but I think if the moment was right, and thinking long term, I think The Rock would do it. I think he would do it if for this match because there's no really other match he would do it for. And
No really other
as
match for him, honestly.
and we know this. The Rock is someone, he's not one of those guys who's doesn't want to do wrestling. The Rock he's come out of he's come out of retirement rather to do wrestling, and he's actually even hurt his prior acting commitments before. Remember at that match in 2013 with Cena, he tore like his abdomen and everything during that match, and that set back his shooting for Pain and Gain like by a few months. So he's willing to do that, and I think if he can get that confirmation a year out, which is right now, if they can work something out, I think you could see The Rock wrestle Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 38. I think that's when it would happen. Survivor Series for me, though, is kind of pushing it. I don't think it's going to happen that early.
No, I think that's when the build-up's going to happen. If they do it right, that's when the build-up should happen. That's when the build-up will happen. But no, it'd be interesting to see The Rock again. I mean, like I said off air, I was a huge Rock fan growing up. Like, I mean, who wasn't? Like, you had to like the guy. So, I mean, it'd be nice to see him cut some of his legendary promos and be The Rock again.
Thanks for watching this video from Real Take Sports Talk. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. Also, remember to check out our live show every single Thursday at 8 p.m. right here on the YouTube channel. And remember, keep it real.